Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have the Adventure Games. This is a series by Cosmos where you discover the story, and this is the Grand Hotel Abaddon. Now, my wife and I tested this out just a little bit. We have not played an entire game, which one of the upsides of this is, I don't know if you've played any of Cosmos, any of their escape room games. One thing about those that I really like is just the creativity, and as you figure it out, sometimes it's pretty difficult to understand and figure out, but when you do, it is very rewarding. But the thing about those games is you're not really able to play them again. In fact, you're folding, you're cutting, you're very much not able to play those again, whereas with this, you can actually play this again. So if you look at the back of the box here, it has, like Cosmos games have, decision making 5 out of 5, cooperation 5 out of 5, storytelling 5 out of 5, and replayability 3 out of 5. So obviously you're going to gain information, you're going to lose a bit of that having knowledge if you're playing this again, but really, really interesting game and dynamic. And another thing I love about this is you can download the app right here. So if you scan this QR code, download the app, and then find this game, it can actually read all of this stuff to you. So this big book that you'd be flipping through back and forth trying to figure things out, you really don't need this all that much anymore. And it's kind of nice to have a narrator set the mood and the tone for some of those things. So you are in this hotel and you're going on your adventure. So you start out with card A right here, which is a room, and you're locked in that room. And so you're trying to discover these other rooms right here. So you can see there's quite a stack of those. And as you're in this room, you've got your different characters. There are some non-playing characters right here. So let's pop out this one. And the rules will tell you to do these types of things. But this is number 94. It's a woman here. And so you type in number 94 on your phone, and it will tell you a little bit about that character. You can type in 101, and it will tell you a little bit about your situation. The door is locked. You're stuck in this room, that kind of a thing. It'll give you information about these numbers. So you combine different numbers, and then you also, throughout the game, like I think it was, let me take a look at these cards without showing you here. There we go, actually right there, perfect. It's, if you type in 601, you can see a little lemon here. It tells you to take card 28, which is a juicy lemon. And so now you can use that lemon to also try and figure out different things. So can I combine 92 and, or can I combine 28 and 94? Maybe if I give this lemon to her, she'll be able to do something. I don't know. And there's different situations like that. So I'll let you discover the rest of the game. One thing that I really like about it is just the fun of being able to do different things, explore, combine different things. It's really a game where you feel like it's more of an experience, and it's a really in-depth storytelling, which I really, really enjoy. There's a few more pieces here. You've got 4 characters, so you can keep track of where you're going, and a few other little tiles with question marks and stars and check marks on them for various purposes there. So overall, a really, really interesting, enjoyable game. You've got a number of cards here that will tell you a number of different things as well. You've got rule cards. It'll tell you different rules on those. You've got all sorts of different cards there. So really, really enjoyable. I think the downside that I did want to mention is this is something that really and truly can be pretty difficult. And so some of the escape rooms I played had the same problem where they're just personally over my head. And so they're just a little too difficult to want to dive into and commit all that time. And when you're stuck in a room like we were at first, room A here, when you're stuck in this room, you can't open 101, you've combined pretty much everything you've given, and you just can't figure it out, it's frustrating. So that is a possibility. And beyond that, we didn't even really know how to cheat well. Like, how do we didn't even really understand how to understand the hints in this book to get to the next step in the game. So that is one downside, is this can be very difficult. And I don't think there's an actual difficulty rating on these right here, like there are on the escape room games. But if you're looking for something that could be difficult, maybe you're wanting to go through it with kids, and it might work. You're going to have to do a lot of the legwork yourself, but they definitely may enjoy that story, moving around their pieces. Hey, let's look at, the table 501, what's that? It's definitely a game that could be enjoyable for that. But I wanted to throw that out there because my wife and I, we've done a number of these escape rooms from the same makers, and this is difficult. We really had a hard time in room A here, so not sure if you guys will have that same problem or not, but there's always options and hints to skip different steps, move on to the next one. So I think there's a lot of fun to be had in this small box right here, especially with the people that you have. The people make the game doesn't make the people. That sounds really good. I'm gonna stick with that. Anyhow, it is fun. I just wanted to give you guys that disclaimer because it's definitely not the easiest game that I've done. But playtime, you do 3 sessions of 90 minutes. So that's the other thing I think is awesome about this, is you could have 3 decently in-depth evenings with another couple or something like that. You can do this solo as well if you'd want to. So there's lots of different options for that. You can stop at any time, pause the game, and there offers a lot of flexibility for that kind of a thing. So I am excited about this, and this is the adventure game where you discover the story, the Grand Hotel Abaddon. So hopefully that gives you guys a touch and a taste of what this game is, what it does, and why it may or may not be right for you. Thanks.